description you gave of the breakdown of the class is a very good example of what it really is doing. When you're trying to learn a language and everybody starts throwing at you these grammar terms, present tense and past tense and nouns, verbs, and all these adjectives. I know some of those basic things in English, but it always became a struggle when it came to learning another language, because then you have to know what the definition of all those are. And so as I worked on the class, like I said, I had my own issues with living on a sailboat and trying to have connections. So that kind of deterred me from being a consistent student. But then when I started doing this, I told Peter, I said, well, the grammar is the hardest part, and I'm over here trying just to learn words. And then the idea for this 30-day course was really immersing yourself in the bulk of what Spanish really is, not to learn it, not to memorize it, not to get it down, but to just have an understanding of how this is really working. So that way, when you go back to the beginning and start your class, like you said, when you start to climb the mountain on your own, there's some familiarity with it. So when we talk about, the glue words or the magic verbs or verb phrases, I don't know what any of that stuff meant before. I don't even know what that means. But as we go through it, they all start to make sense. And now when I go back to the beginning and I start off of your guys' basic classes, I don't know it and I don't have it memorized, but I have an understanding of what it is I'm trying to accomplish. I actually just got a text this morning from someone in Guatemala, and they said, I'm going to mess it up already. They said like, las gustas, and they started doing the gustar verb, and I actually I don't know it all very well. I knew what they said, and I recognized, this is what Peter just told me about using gustar and me, te, le, les, and nos, and it occurred to me what it was. I don't know how to do it all perfectly, and I probably can't do the sentence myself, but I recognized very quickly what it was that person just texted me. And so now I feel more confident going back to the beginning and really studying. And so that when I go to classes with the teachers, or I'm writing a letter to somebody, I feel more confident in making my mistakes even better. So I'll be able to still make the mistakes, but at least I'll do it with an idea that I'm trying to go the right route. So
that's it.
It's been good.
That's it, right? So thanks, Nate. So guys, that's what it is all about. Okay, it's going to, because some of you have been in the program, some of you, just starting, some of you have been through it. But you know that in the beginning you learn Spanish, and it's frustrating because it feels slow. It feels like nothing makes sense. So like Nate said, this was a concept that the teachers and I talked about, and we said, we like it. Let's just throw them in. Let's, intellectually get this down before it's muscle memory, right? Let's just get it into your kind of awareness, right? And then when you go immerse and you type in your Google Translate and you do your listening and you watch TV or watch Lingo Pi or any of that, these verbs and grammar concepts, even though you don't have them down, as he said, they're familiar. And that light bulb gives you more confidence and motivation that, like, hey, intellectually I can do this. I just need more repetition. That's the goal. 30 days, intellectually understand Spanish. And then going back to the beginning, just practice to get it. You're going to have to do the manual labor, but let's get through the kind of confusion part first and then get down to the practice. Okay?